August 2025, Fort Mill, South Carolina real estate market update. Your real estate experts at eXp Realty, Rummy here. We're going to get right into it to making sure we put the real in real estate and give you the real information that's happening right now. All right, let's get started. First of all, the Fort Mill market at a glance. There are about 601 active listings on the market. 525 are the median prices as of June 2025. Now, days on the market, I think is going to go slightly higher from 47 days to 53 days. Right now, I'm seeing more or less about 60 days, and it's increasing as we go along. The interest rate is about 0.75. We just checked it today. It's about 6.55 for the 30-year fix. Now, what does that look like for the buyer landscape? There's more options available for you. Inventory has risen slightly and giving more buyers homes to choose from. Unlike before, there was not enough inventory. Homes were flying off the market. And right now, literally, we're having more inventory sit in the market than before. The rising prices continue, right? Even though that has been more inventory, the pricing increase has continued from the last year to this year. It has been an increase of about 10%, and slightly it might be going downwards as we head forward, and I'll get into that too as well. Strategies approach with 36% of the homes seeing a price drop. Don't overbid without proper research for any buyers that are out there. Let's look at the seller's market trends. So there's a longer selling times. Like I said, from last year, it's about 13 days more. I do see that increasing as we move forward because I do see a lot of my listings staying on the market, and it's probably going to be around 60 days. So making sure that you price it competitively on the marketplace. Now, adjustments has been happening, but 36% of the homes in Fort Mill had experienced price reduction. And initially you want to have a strategy in place to price the property aggressively compared to the market and the inventory that is out there. So what does the market dictate? What do you need and the strategy that you need to do to making sure that you stand out in the marketplace as a seller? Professional photography and staging a number key, right? And have a comprehensive online presence to helping the property stand out in the market for a balanced market. Like I said, I just helped the seller to making sure that we get the house painted, we get the new carpet in there, we get a nice cleaning service to come out and clean up everything too as well. You want to make sure that your property stands out compared to the competitor out there and you have an aggressive marketing strategy that's behind. So where are the buyers migrating from? 68% of the buyers are local. They love the area. They're anticipated to grow more as I see it. I'm from Fort Mill too as well. And I do see the demand in the local community staying strong. And also they have a confidence in the local market, and especially about around all the new homes that are coming and new construction that are coming in the area and the government as well as the school district as well. Now, where are the people relocating from? I'm originally from New York, so we're seeing a lot of segment from financial sectors from New York relocating. San Antonio's is the corporate transfers, and Washington, D.C.'s remote workers seeing better quality of life. So there is, like I said, out of a 68%, a lot of relocations that is happening for in the Fort Mill market. And then, like I said, it is because of the demand that is out there, and also because we're right next to the airport, is about 20 to 30 minutes away, and all the amenities that Fort Mill has to offer on top of that. So making sure that you cover that as you're either selling or buying to understand the local market. Now, let's look at the mortgage interest rate. Like I said, I just checked it today. We just got it at 6.55 for a 30-year fix. That does include that you have to have a great credit score, income as well. So 15 years at about 5.95. So let's kind of compare what's happening compared to other people with a $500,000 home. So for example, if you have a 5% interest rate, your home prices will be at your home monthly payment will be at 2,684 compared to a 6.85, which is 3,278. And the difference is about 594. So you want to make sure that you're comfortable with this pricing as you move forward. You're comfortable with the payment plan too as well. So that way it doesn't stretch you out too much because we didn't include the taxes and insurance. Insurance are a little bit more expensive in this area. So making sure that you put that into equation when you are moving down here. Now, let's look at the market performance year after year, right? So the median home prices from last year has grown from 525 from 474. That's about 10% increase, like I said. I do see that slightly kind of scaling down a little bit because of more inventory in the market and so on and so forth. Now, last year, home sold for as 534 as of July as 688. That's almost an increase of 66%. Days on the market is from 34 to 40 days to now to 53 days. Like I said, it's very, very competitive in the marketplace. I do see that going to 60 and plus. Just for me to being in the market and understanding this market in here. Now, the prices ratio has slowed down as of right now by 0.59. And like I said, as we move forward, you'll see that in the media, in the news too as well. The price dropped from 29% to 36%. That's a 7.4 points up from last year too as well. Home sold over last pricing is declined about 18, it has decreased by 18% because we did have more buyers last year. We did have more people moving last year compared to this year. Right now, we have more inventory compared to buyers. So we still see a strong annual price growth. The market is showing signs of normalizing with sellers and sellers' time and more price adjustments. So again, making sure that you do that. Well, here's a buying strategy that you need to look for. You could understand that embrace the inventory growth, right? The more homes on the market means less competitions and more opportunity for you to grow and have a perfect match with your home. Now, negotiation with confidence, and I teach that to my buyers that right now 36% of the home experience a price drop. There's more room for negotiation, not just on price, but also on terms and repairs and closing cost. So be competitive on that too as well if you need the closing cost to be added into your mortgage. Focus on the long term, right? Rather than fixing on the current interest rate, consider the home appreciation potential over the next 5 to 10 years. I do believe it's going to continue to grow and probably max out in a certain place in Fort Mill too as well. Now, you want to get it pre-approved before you start going out there and looking at houses, give you more strength in putting the offer in, and also finding and also you can afford in today's rate and environment. So making sure that you can afford the property in today's rate and environment with the interest rate, with the taxes, and with the insurance too as well. Now, so how do we create a strategy for the sellers out there? Pricing strategies. Now, home price corrections from the start can sell fast. So pricing it correctly from the start can sell fast, so you don't have to keep consistently dropping the price. So making sure you're competitive, and in my opinion, especially for the marketplace, because you want to get the house sold, because you want to have multiple offers, and you could cause an auction effect, you slightly want to be a little bit less than market the market value right now. Invest in presentations. So move-in ready, professional stagings, high quality photography, and you want to make sure that you stand out from the competition. For example, like I said before, making sure that your home is ready to go ahead and move in conditions. You don't want to leave any negotiation out there or any information for like, hey, I gotta go ahead and repaint, I have to put the new carpet. Now consider buyer incentives, and this is where we excel at. We tell you to give buyer incentives right now, offer a closing cost credit, home warranties that you could do, which will make you stand out. Overcome buyers' hesitation to do higher interest rate. So what I mean by that is that a lot of the times the buyer hesitating to make a move. Why not get everything done, get a pre-home inspection, have the closing costs built into the seller's concession so that the buyer could have no questions of why they want to pick your house overall. Thank you again, guys, for attending this. Here's my information here below. Reach out to me at any times. You can email me, you can message me in social media. I'll get right back to you. Have an amazing day, and we'll give you another market update for Fort Mill starting next month. Thank you.